Additionally, I believe that individuals believe it is acceptable to make remarks about you online or on a web page, even though they would never do it in person. The public has been enthralled by Pippa Middleton's journey from stealing the show at her sister Kate's 2011 royal wedding to becoming a style icon in her own right. Her changing style and sporadic disputes continue to spark discussion as she forges her own identity. Pippa has emerged from the royal shadow and established a distinctive, influential, and uniquely her own presence. Everyone is talking about the evolution of style, from her early days as a bridesmaid at her sister Kate's wedding to her current status as a style hero. Pippa Middleton's style path has been an intriguing change. In 2024, Pippa made one of the most significant stylistic alterations when she chose to lighten her hair to a gorgeous bronze hue, which is a blend of brown and blonde. This transformation was a declaration of her changing identity, not just a change in hair color. The bronze tone quickly gained popularity and became a must-have. It signaled Pippa's choice to take center stage and become more than just a royal sister. Rather, she became a unique person. Pippa made yet another daring move in December 2024 when she decided to give up her trademark long hair, which had frequently been likened to her sister Kate's, in favor of a stylish bob. Pippa's wish to adopt a more independent style was shown by this youthful, vibrant, and modern look. Since many people admired Pippa's effortless style, the bob swiftly gained popularity. It was more than just a hairstyle, it was a change in her public perception. Pippa was creating trends rather than following them. The public has strong opinions about each of Pippa's hairstyle changes. Some were hesitant when she originally chopped her hair into a bob, but it quickly gained popularity and people flocked to their salons to acquire the Pippa bob. Pippa's appearance changed as a result of this metamorphosis, and her increasing self-assurance and sense of style were evident in every new haircut. Pippa's hair changes have been reflected in her fashion change. Pippa was well known for her stylish yet understated look when she first came to the public's notice in 2011 at her sister's wedding. However, by 2012 she began wearing more striking hues, especially red. Her red outfits, which represented her newly discovered confidence, became a defining style. She started wearing red to everything from formal occasions to more laid-back get-togethers. She used her clothes as a means of expressing her audacious personality. In 2025, Pippa was once again a trendsetter, this time sporting a butter yellow gauny midi dress. With this vibrant, new color, Pippa stood out in a season full of pastels and muted hues. Not many people could pull off the daring yellow dress, but Pippa made it look easy. Because of Pippa's flawless styling, fashion experts soon anticipated that butter yellow would become a summertime classic. Once more, Pippa was not only following but also setting trends in fashion. Pippa's style evolved into something more distinctive and personal over time. She was frequently compared to Kate in the beginning because both sisters wore similar attire and favored timeless classic things. However, Pippa eventually started to forge her own personality by combining standout items with timeless wardrobe essentials. Pippa's wardrobe choices got more adventurous, displaying her uniqueness, whether it was a fitted jacket with high-waisted pants or a bold skirt with a basic blouse. Pippa Middleton has had a big impact, especially in the fashion industry. It's always a sellout if Pippa is spotted wearing something. Sales have increased when she wears specific items, according to retailers. Pippa's ability to make fashion seem effortless is what makes her unique. Her style is relatable to women everywhere because she frequently combines premium pieces with more reasonably priced ones. She is a well-liked style icon because of her ability to design stylish ensembles that anyone can wear. From stealing the show at a royal wedding, Pippa has become a worldwide fashion icon. She is more than just a fashion follower, as evidenced by her ability to stay ahead of trends, from the Pippa bob to her trademark red outfits and butter yellow gown. She is a leader. Her position in the fashion industry will be cemented for years to come, as the Pippa effect continues to inspire women everywhere. Recent scandals generating a buzz. Like many public personalities, Pippa Middleton is well known for more than simply her royal connections and fashion sense. Her choices about her land and public access have generated a lot of debate lately. Pippa resides in a sizable country home with her spouse James Matthews. Although privacy is a natural consequence of such a lovely residence, some of their choices have angered the neighborhood. The couple's decision to restrict a public walkway on their land was one of the main sources of contention. With breathtaking views of the surrounding countryside, the walkway had long been a popular walking and hiking route in the area. However, Pippa and James's choice to obstruct the path sparked controversy. The pair was perceived by many as prioritizing their own privacy over the interests of the community. Many locals and outdoor enthusiasts voiced their opinions, and the backlash was rapid. For them, the walkway was more than just a route. It was a custom that allowed everyone to take use of the open areas. The blocked path wasn't the only aspect of this dispute. It also brought attention to a more significant problem: the idea of privilege. Pippa and James were perceived by some as being above the law, denying the public access, and acting as though they had no accountability. People want you to lead by example when you are as close to the royal family as Pippa. The principles of accessibility and public service that members of the royal family usually advocate didn't seem to be in line with blocking the walkway. Many questioned whether Pippa was become too detached from the issues of everyday people as a result of her activities, which sparked a backlash. Another setback occurred just as it appeared that the drama might stop. There were issues with Pippa and James' ambitions to start a country nursery at Buckleberry Farm to teach kids about farming and the environment. Concerns over traffic were voiced by local authorities. There were concerns about the impact on the tranquil surroundings and the potential for additional traffic when a new nursery was proposed in a tiny village. Pippa and James were at the center of controversy once more. There was more to the community's worries about the nursery project than just traffic. They centered on whether the pair was advancing their own goals or taking the village's long-term needs into account. Pippa has been put in an awkward situation by these property conflicts. She is accustomed to being in the spotlight as a public figure. However, the balance between private life and public obligation is a more complicated topic that is clarified by these disputes. Pippa's acts, whether they involve obstructing walkways or promoting commercial endeavors, have caused controversy and made people reevaluate how much the wealthy should be able to get away with. The public has taken notice of Pippa's real estate choices, but it has also been difficult to ignore the rumors circulating about her family dynamics. Rumors of a falling out between Pippa and her sister-in-law, Vogue Williams, have been in the news lately. Both fans and the media are speculating about what went wrong as a result of the purported tension between the two women. Both Pippa and Vogue appear to have ideal lives on the surface. However, some of the conflict may be explained by the disparities in their public persona. Vogue's career has been based on being in the spotlight, but Pippa has always been more modest and reserved, particularly when it comes to her royal connections. When it comes to royal affairs in particular, Vogue's candid style has occasionally contrasted with Pippa's more conventional attitude. The two ladies show themselves differently to the outside world, and it seems that this has caused some friction behind the scenes. It's easy to see how these divergent opinions could lead to issues. Vogue has a reputation for voicing her opinions, particularly on matters concerning the royal family. Pippa, meanwhile, has continued to exercise greater caution, maintaining a low profile and steering out of public debates over the royal family. Disagreements may have resulted from their divergent perspectives on public life, particularly in regards to their interactions with the media. The family drama doesn't stop there either. The focus has also been on Pippa's relationship with her brother James Middleton. James appears to be more forthcoming with the public than Pippa, as he has disclosed his issues with mental health. He talks about his own experiences, but Pippa mostly keeps her private life to herself. This disparity has occasionally raised concerns about how they support one another as siblings, particularly in a family that is heavily covered by the media. Pippa must handle her own marriage as well. Despite their largely private relationship, she and James Matthews have had difficulties because of the media's relentless scrutiny of their every action. Everything they do seems to be scrutinized, from their choices about real estate to their interactions with their family. It must be difficult for them to think about how the public would see their activities as they attempt to start a life together. But Pippa has continued to go on in spite of all the difficulties and rumors. She strikes a compromise between her ambition to have an independent life and her royal ties. It's difficult to balance the intricacies of interpersonal connections, personal choices, and societal expectations. Even though some of Pippa's decisions have drawn criticism, her ability to remain calm under duress has won her admiration. Pippa's family life is often in the news, which demonstrates the amount of strain she faces. Everything Pippa does is closely watched, whether it's decisions on her property, her marriage, or rumors about her sister-in-law. Can she, however, handle these controversies and keep up her public persona, change in one's own life? The last few years have seen a significant change in Pippa Middleton's life. Pippa, who was formerly well known for being a glitzy socialite who frequently attended high-profile events, has subsequently adopted a more subdued, grounded lifestyle as a mother of three. Her transition from a life of parties and public appearances
to one that is centered on her family and kids, demonstrates a dramatic change in both her private and public lives. In 2017, she married James Matthews, which marked the beginning of a new chapter in her life. After the birth of their first child, Arthur, in 2018, Pippa's life started to take unexpected turns for many of her followers. The days of going to many parties and public gatherings were over. Rather, Pippa stayed at home to get used to being a mother and enjoy every second of her new family. Everyone who had followed her career could see this change. The mother who once attracted attention with her flawless appearance and sense of style was now concentrating on giving her son the ideal life. However, what was Pippa's reaction to the shift from socialite to loving mother? Pippa and James welcomed Grace, their second child, into the world in 2023. They had a baby girl named Rose. Pippa became increasingly determined to live a secluded life, away from the public's relentless scrutiny with each new family member. By sharing glimpses of her expanding family on social media, Pippa captured intimate moments, such as birthday celebrations, family getaways, and playing with her kids. These occasions were very different from Pippa's early public life, when she was frequently seen attending prestigious galas and mingling with the world's most affluent people. Pippa is still somewhat in the spotlight despite the quiet change. It's understandable why fans love seeing her in a motherhood role. She now appears more relatable and personable due to her new job as a mother, a more grounded reality that centers on raising her kids and spending time with her family has supplanted Pippa's formerly glitzy way of life. The change demonstrates how a person who was formerly well known for their social life can discover new happiness and meaning in parenthood. However, how does she balance being a public figure with maintaining a private family life? Pippa's ability to achieve balance is one of the things that has made her journey so amazing. She is aware of the demands of the media, because she is a well-known person with royal connections. She has, however, been able to preserve her kids' anonymity. Pippa has taken care to limit her sharing to the most meaningful occasions, avoiding oversharing or subjecting her kids to needless scrutiny. She has established a secret realm for her family that permits her to remain herself in public without jeopardizing their pleasure. Pippa's career and charitable endeavors underwent substantial development as she went from being a socialite to a mother. Despite being best recognized for her personal life and royal ties, Pippa has utilized her position to influence the fields of health and philanthropy. After witnessing the effects of heart diseases in her family, she became an advocate for raising awareness of heart illness. She joined the British Heart Foundation as a spokesperson in 2014, promoting awareness and motivating people to take better care of their heart. However, Pippa's metamorphosis continued. Pippa started taking part in sporting competitions in addition to her advocacy activities, which helped to further establish her reputation as a person dedicated to leading a healthy lifestyle. She has participated in charity races, bike competitions, and marathons. These sports activities revealed a distinct side of Pippa, one that involved challenging herself both emotionally and physically, in addition to going to parties and interacting with others. In addition to being physically healthy, these endeavors were an attempt to support issues close to her heart. Pippa had obviously discovered a new mission, one that involves leveraging her position to advocate for significant health issues. However, Pippa's career development continued beyond her charitable endeavors. She also dabbled with writing and starting her own business. Celebrate a Year of British Festivities for Families and Friends is a book written by Pippa because of her love of celebrating family customs and healthy living. Her wish to spread the joy of commemorating ordinary events with loved ones was mirrored in the book. It was a change from her previous persona, emphasizing the creation of important memories over glitz. Positive reviews were given to the book, which was another instance of Pippa separating herself from the shadow of her royal ties in order to forge her own identity. Pippa started creating her own fitness company in addition to writing. She started a platform that assisted others in leading healthy lives by using her passion for exercise, which had developed as a result of her athletic struggle. Pippa had made a name for herself in the wellness industry, whether it was by discussing her personal experiences, pushing fitness regimens, or offering workout advice. She had fully changed as a person. She was more than just a future queen's sister. Pippa had established herself as a well-known writer, fitness influencer, and businesswoman. What does all of this signify for Pippa's future then? The way Pippa has changed both personally and professionally over the years, from a socialite with royal ties to a mother of three, fitness champion, and published author, is evident. Pippa has accepted change in her life in every way. She has made a profession for herself outside of her royal connections, advocated for healthy living, and used her position to spread awareness about heart disease. Her strength and tenacity are demonstrated by her ability to strike a balance between her career aspirations and her family life. The Pippa effect. Despite her royal family ties, Pippa Middleton has quietly emerged as a style hero in her own way. Beyond her status as Kate's sister, her influence, known as the Pippa effect, has influenced fashion and lifestyle trends. When Pippa stole the show at her sister's wedding in 2011, it all began. The demand for comparable fashions surged as a result of the media's inability to stop talking about her flawlessly fitted bridesmaid dress. All of a sudden, ladies were searching for gowns that might mimic Pippa's shape. The Pippa effect began when retailers saw the tendency. However, what precisely is so influential about Pippa's style? Pippa's ability to combine expensive designer pieces with reasonably priced high street buys is what distinguishes her from other fashion celebrities. She has succeeded in making stylish, affordable clothing popular, proving that a designer price tag isn't always necessary to look amazing. Pippa's fashion choices are popular with ladies all over the world. Whether she's sporting a stylish fitted dress or casual jeans with eye-catching accessories, she is a relevant figure for people who wish to look fashionable without going over budget. Because of her frequently complemented simple yet elegant ensembles, her impact extends beyond the realm of fashion. Pippa has also had an impact on the lifestyle industry, especially with her emphasis on fitness and wellness. She has been promoting an active, healthy lifestyle in recent years, giving advice and taking part in sporting events like charity bike rides and marathons. She has become even more influential as a result of her wellness journey, particularly for women who want to maintain an active lifestyle. Pippa's status as a lifestyle icon has been cemented by her ability to use her public platform to encourage others to adopt healthier lifestyle. And after all these years, how does Pippa maintain her relevance? A major factor in maintaining public interest in Pippa is social media. She gives followers a closer connection by sharing intimate moments from her life, family, sports achievements, and personal experience. Whether it's a workout or a family outing, her blogs include just enough detail about her life to keep readers interested without coming across as overly personal. Because of this delicate balancing act, Pippa's social media presence feels genuine, enabling her to maintain her privacy while remaining in the spotlight. Pippa's public presence is much less connected to official royal activities than that of her sister Kate. Kate is frequently required to maintain a certain level of formality in her appearances and attire because of her royal duties. However, Pippa has greater latitude to experiment with fashion and develop a more contemporary and approachable personal style. Being Kate's sister is no longer the only reason she has influenced fashion and lifestyle. She has emerged as a style icon in her own right. It's all about Pippa's uniqueness coming through. However, fame also brings scrutiny. Like many famous personalities, Pippa has experienced her share of controversy and media attention. She was pictured with a gun at a shooting party, which was one of the most talked about occurrences. Despite being private and not meant for public viewing, the image provoked criticism. Her judgment was questioned by some, and the media wasn't afraid to draw attention to her involvement in what some saw to be improper behavior. How does Pippa manage the ongoing attention from the media? Pippa has demonstrated that she is capable of handling public attention in spite of these scandals. Pippa has greater autonomy to manage her public life as she sees fit, unlike Kate, who is constrained by royal expectations. Despite criticism, she has maintained her composure and has frequently refrained from speaking with the media directly. Pippa's esteem among fans and peers has only grown as a result of her ability to remain grounded and focused on her personal and professional lives, rather than getting sucked into the drama. Pippa's ability to keep her privacy intact while yet interacting with her fans is one quality that makes her stand out from other celebrities. She has perfected the art of keeping the most private aspects of her life hidden from the public while sharing just enough to keep her followers engaged. She has been able to stay an adored figure without feeling like she's giving away too much of herself, thanks to this careful balance, which has helped her escape the dangers of overexposure. What does Pippa's future hold then? Pippa has a rare chance to rethink her public identity and uphold her personal brand as she develops further. She has already established herself in the fashion, fitness, and lifestyle industries, demonstrating her ability to succeed outside of the royal spotlight. As she continues to leave a legacy based on her own achievements and principles rather than just her royal ties, the next phase of her path has even more intriguing possibilities. Pippa Middleton's journey from royal bridesmaid to international fashion icon has been truly remarkable. Pippa has boldly entered the spotlight with her changing haircut, daring fashion choices, and poised handling of controversies. Her adventure is far from over as she keeps forging her own way. Follow Pippa's progress and draw inspiration from her dynamic narrative. For additional information and updates, subscribe.